Buongiorno.
Is camera gonna work? Come on. You've got it turned off. You sure? Again. What happened? Okay, let it load. Oh, so right. How are you doing? Oh no, no. Oh no. My card is not- Incredible. I'm gonna try disconnecting real quick and then just to see if camera is back. One sec. Hey. Thank you. I very gently just found my love of interior.
My eyes are clear, my back is strong, my heart is free of wrongs. My sword is sharp, my shield unbound, my pride will waver not. I face my foe, I lay them low, I fight them without fear. And if I should fall and walk no more, I shall not shed a tear. But war is cruel, my comrades die, and I go on alone. I will not stop to ask them why, I know I can't go home. I face my foe, I lay them low, I fight them without fear. And if I should fall and walk no more, I shall not shed a tear. My back is broke, my armor's rent, my blood is on the field. My sword is gone, my body spent, I lie upon my shield. I faced my foe, they laid me low, but I go with a smile. The labyrinth, it calls to me. I'll wander it a while. The labyrinth, it calls to me. I'll wander face my foe, high labor low.
I like this.
We're all here. We're all here. Everyone's heard everything, so we're doing well. Capture cursor. Let's turn that off. Yes. So, hello everybody in the land of chat. I hope you are all doing well. My internet just died.
Oh no!
No, it seems fine actually. Jesus Christ. We're here. Hello. Broken Chords, hello. How are we doing? Dawn, Ella. Classic Yeti moment. Ben, not now. But yes, you are right. Yes. Hello everyone. So, I do apologise. I am not well. Well, love you too, Ben. I'm not going to go to the details of what's wrong with me because it's pretty gross. But needless to say, I have eaten so much Rennie, I think it could take down a bison. So that's where we are at the moment. So yes, so this is a chat that I've been looking forward to, actually, since we had Cassie come on, for a very impromptu chat while I was talking, because I'm very excited about this game. I think that's an understatement. I am really, really excited about this game. So that's fine. Yoop Loop. Hello, thank you for following. I got a notification the other day. Thank you, I really appreciate it. It's going to be great from what I've heard on the pipeline. It's going to be great from what I've heard from these two. So I think that's the best way to describe it.
It's nice to have a little bit more time to be prepared for this one.
Yeah.
As opposed to being in my pajamas last time.
Well, every time I've done a chats with people, I've never given them any prep. So if there's questions that I want to ask, I don't tell them what they are. Because for me, LARP it's all about the stories. It's all about the fun you're going to have, and it's all about the experience. And for me, a lot of the experience it's all truthful. So if you have time to prepare, I don't want you to be like CEOs or owners of games or things like that. I just want you to be yourselves, because you two being you is what's going to sell the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that was bloody lovely, that was. Wow, well done, me.
Time to get inside and sit down.
Yeah.
Yes, because I think last time we spoke, you were actually in your pajamas under a duvet as well. I can't talk now. I'm in my massive dressing gown. So
I would put food in my mouth that time. It's just like I'm literally eating.
Having dinner, I was like, well, I am in bed, but I can make it work.
I've done a hot tub stream. I've done a LARP hot tub stream, which was amazing. It yeah, people didn't like it. Yeah, I got a lot of hateful comments. Just jealous. Yes, so the community, as I said, they have given me one question, but that doesn't matter because it's actually 3 questions in one. And then what we'll do is I'll just do what I do, and we'll just start going through a load of questions. Do you two? I mean, you've both been on streams before. Gina, you're like a fixture here now, which is great. Do you two want to do a quick introductions of yourselves?
Yeah, sure. Hello, Gina Moriarty, back again. Here with. I was hyping you. I got so distracted.
Hi, I'm Cassie. I'm just here.
And we're here to discuss Fable Academy, our flagship LARP that we're running together.
Excellent. Yes, Dawn, you are very organised. You've done well. Um, yeah, I've forgotten what I was going to do. So we're doing well. Oh yeah, that was it. So one of the questions that came from your server were people like prefer to read stuff. So
Yeah.
I turned on closed caption. So we should, if there's an option on the side of the stream, so if someone wants to turn it on, yeah, I should have turned it on actually. You might be seeing subtitles as well.
How accurate they are. Who's
So
to say?
yeah, so that reminded me to do something. So we've done well. Well, I'll go through Dawn's question first because it's here and it's a good one. So either of you can answer this. So what is your favourite fairy story or myth?
So I'm a little bit biased in the reason I created this was very much based on me wanting to do something both based in Arthuriana, because I love Arthurian mythos a hell of a lot, but also I ended up casting myself as my favorite character from my favorite fairy tale as my NPC, like my main NPC. Swan Lake. It's my favorite fairy story of any kind.
And I suppose you can't say who that NPC is either, can you?
It's in the server. It's my title in the server.
Yeah.
I have to look at this.
I will be playing the headmistress. I'll be playing with a few different NPCs. That's my primary one.
Please hold.
Headmistress. You only say the headmistress. That's all
That's
it says.
her.
Okay.
There's stuff in the time.
You can figure it out.
Okie dokie. So then we have.
What's your favorite?
Oh yeah.
I relate so hard to a quote from Adventure Time, which is, I have approximate knowledge in many things.
Mm.
It's like all trades master of none. Yeah, like I love so many different fairy stories and so many different myths and legends that I can't really pick one because I don't know enough of one to say it's my favorite.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. I do apologise if everyone can hear my stomach as well.
So all the Rennies.
It's oh my god. So what kind of stories are you? Well, I suppose this because you're not really playing, are you? So what kind of stories are you looking for players to experience by playing this game?
You've written it primarily so that people can find whatever story that they want, no matter what character brief.
Yeah.
If they have.
It's more of a, we give you the framework, you do what you want to do within this sandbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much whatever happens, we'll be happy to see. We've put in a few different directions that things can be taken. Plot threads, not overarching plot. But within that, it's just kind of whatever happens, we'll see and we'll enjoy. And
it's like we could have written something in the brief, and you might be given that brief and go, actually, I want to take it this direction. That's fine.
That's good because I know I've come up with for some of the main characters there, for things that I've picked out. I've come up in my head and on stream I've been talking about it, and I've come up with some pretty interesting ideas for like King Arthur's son. I fancy playing him evil.
Exactly.
So, because I mean, if Mummy and Daddy are such goody two shoes and all of this and all of that, so it would make sense that son would be a bit of a dick.
Yeah, that's why we haven't put in the briefs what the alignment is. If you're at second year, you decide that in game.
And if you're at third year, you'll decide before the LARP happens. And some of the briefs are written like they could slip more one way or more the other. But it is up to the players in which direction they decide to take that.
That's good. So you're very happy for all players to come in and literally just run with whatever, because that's one of the things I love about LARP is that you come up with a character concept and then when you're playing the game, you end up somewhere completely different to what you imagined. So that's really cool.
And
I
that's
like.
the thing, we don't want to shoehorn people and they think they'll enjoy it, and then they get to the game, start playing that character, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not as keen on it. They have that freedom to completely change it if they want, instead of feeling like they have to portray the character the way that we've written it.
Yeah. So this is an interesting question. This is the last one from Dawn. What's one of your favourite game memories of failing upwards? If you have any. I like that.
I like that. I like that phrase, failing
Yeah.
upwards. Oh.
Dawn's done
Oh.
well. She has stumped you both.
The thing is, like, because that phrase could mean a few different things as well, depending on direction. And most of the games I've played in, or like my original recurring games that I played in, if something went wrong or went in a direction that the game runners hadn't planned,
Yeah.
they were so good at just running with it and making it seem like it was what was supposed to happen the whole time. So, trying to think. We had I played an NPC one time that was supposed to be not like a stab you in the back type character, but was supposed to be like a I'm not intended to trust this one because this one's fey, they are fickle. You know, it could go any direction. But what happened was the players the player base immediately adopted them. And anytime they tried to do something that was supposed to be like evil or malicious or whatever, it was kind of just a spritz with water bottles, stop doing that type deal.
Okay, I like that. That's cool.
So it ended up kind of running in that direction, and they became like the local angry cat type. Yeah, that's probably my most recent one. So it's the end of the game.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure, to be honest, because I guess I just don't see them as like failing. Yeah, it's a good game, and if there's more game to be had from that, then it's not failing.
Mm.
You know, a lot of it is. I think the most frequent example is stuff that's intended to be combat or a standoff or like negative interactions becoming friendly and positive and just deeply confusing for everyone involved.
So you like character arcs then? So characters going from something to another and all of that. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. I seem to play arseholes half the time.
I mean, I do like playing bitchy characters, but I can only do it for so long because it takes so much energy.
Yeah, I'm so bad at
I can be mean sometimes for an NPC.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you do because, I mean, my application with my character list, I think I only listed 3 or 4 in the end, and then, yeah, I mean, we've had conversations about my stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with that because I think it's going to be a nice challenge for me as well because. So all I can hear is my stomach, because I love talking about safe games, and being a person to make a game safe will mean a lot to me. Still, so let's go back to the beginning. So, Fable Academy, not in your minds, nothing like that. What was the evening? What happened that made you suddenly go? You Michael Cained it. Hang on, I got an idea.
You've had this in your head for years.
This is something I've been wanting to do since I was 14.
Okay.
Perhaps not solidly concrete at that point,
But about
very
10
much like yeah, if not more. Yeah. Someone can do.
10+ years.
Yeah, that works. That works. But yeah, it's been something that I've enjoyed for a very long time. And one of my favorite like one of my favorite kinds of story to read is when people take a fairy tale or a trope and then take it in a whole new direction. So I wanted to see what people wanted to do with that kind of thing, what people would do if they were given something like that to play with.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy fairy tale retellings, whether they're dark or not. And I enjoy the source material just as much. I also found a distinct lack of urban fantasy games the way I wanted to play them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to create a sandbox because I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I can see that. I can understand that. Okay.
And started talking about it over dinner with you, and you were
Yeah.
like, we should do this. And I was
Just like, if you want to run it, I will help.
like,
And here we are.
Okay, that's cool. So it's been in your mind for a while. So what's been the biggest hurdle that you've had to come across then? Because obviously, I would say writing it, but that doesn't seem to have been any issue at all, really, because everyone seems to have thrown out all of these amazing characters, and it seems to be more of a passion project than a labour.
Yeah. So we sit here and we go finance, but specifically because this is a blockbuster style game,
and this is our first game like under Half-Fire events.
We don't have the pocket money to just be able to spend for deposits on things.
No.
Which is why we're like, please sign up, please pay your deposit, like as soon as possible, so that we can run this game for real.
Okay. Yes, I can see that.
To be able to afford to run.
Yeah.
So you've sold out, which is incredible. Are we getting a second one?
We've potentially talked about, but we want to get this one over and done with first.
Oh yeah, of course. But I know LARPers.
So many ideas for other games after this. That's like we have a lot of things already in the bank. Like things planned.
That we want to.
Things that we want to run. Actively, of varying scales and sizes.
Yeah.
Then there's the fact that we have to get through this first before we can think about those other things. And then there's the fact that it took a very long time to compile all these briefs because there's only so many fairy tales that people know about.
Yeah.
And we went through all of them to put this together. So if we did run this again, it would just be a straight rerun.
Okay.
It wouldn't be different characters. It wouldn't be characters in older or younger years. It would just be a rerun. It would be copy paste. Yes.
Yeah. Chat's just told me off. So let them run the first one, Steve.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you find it going through so many like fairy tales and myths and legends and things like that and picking characters out? What was it that made you want to do that? Or was it, did you have a method to this? Or did you just pick a load of stuff and Gina went, no?
I know. You know the one. Yes. Yeah. Tweedlefox. Yes. I already had a huge bank of, like, I'd say off rip I had 60 of these ready to go. Not necessarily fully in depth of like the briefs and whatever the character sheets end up being, but
Which
like,
legacies?
what legacies, what characters I wanted to pull from, what themes I kind of could associate with them. Because sales have been one of my special interests since I was very small. So I've just always had that kind of percolating in the back of my head. And then it was just pulling more and more and more until we hit as many as we could.
We did start getting a little bit niche near the end.
Yes.
But I think they should all be stories that at least a few people will recognise.
Yes. And my rule for it was I needed to recognise every single one myself. That's absolutely. So I think like the most niche we've gone has been like Tamlin, East of Sun, West of Moon, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So some people would recognise, but not as immediately noticeable as Cinderella.
No, because when I was going through the list, I'm not going to lie, I looked through it, half of them, and I was just like, who are you? I didn't have a clue. Ink spill
I
dance. Tamlin mention.
Tamlin mention.
Tamlin mention. We're doing well. So there were quite a few there that I didn't have a clue about and things like that. And I think there was some in there that piqued my interest for because I'm quite a glutton for punishment. So like I think like the Mad Hatter would be exhausting to play. The Cheshire Cat, exhausting to play as well. And then I think you get like the emotion, the more, because I really like what you've done with all the characters, where you've put like essentially a content warning or a trigger warning across all of them, and I think that's quite nice because I think some people might be put off by that. So what made you want to put those sort of warnings on there, or have that sort of stuff, that sort of RP in the game?
For a lot of them, they were just themes that were immediately something I associated with the character. With Richter, with like the Hansel and Gretel type stuff.
Yeah.
That was immediately like, okay, that was your one, so you take that one.
Thank you. Yeah,
It was immediately like that was the concept you had, and automatically that means
there
that
needs
is
to be a
someone
content warning.
there needs to be a content warning because that's immediately a like potentially touchy subject.
Yeah.
I'm also just a sensitivity and accessibility consultant, like normally, so it was kind of easy to just be like, okay, I've written all this down. I can just go through it and pick out the stuff that may be a trigger.
Yes. So how are you going to feel then? Because the game is such a sandbox. How are you going to feel then if other triggers are coming up? Are you having time to put aside so people can do just like put their hands up and just say, look, I need to walk away for 5 minutes? Are there things in place for players like that?
We do have the safety and cut calls. The safety call is primarily for physical safety, but the call is the I need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a non-verbal version of that as well, where you just cross your arms in front of your chest and you can walk away. You don't have to explain anything. You can just leave.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff Sign Doc that's prioritizing like safety and things like that. And all of this will go through in like the briefings ahead of game, and we'll release that like the documents for the briefings ahead of the game anyway, so people can read through them if they need to.
That's good.
So there'll be a bunch of safety front.
And if anybody does find something particularly triggering, we will have a licensed therapist on site acting as our player welfare officer, the wonderful person that is Becky Budd. I know her from Divided We Fall, which is a very dark apocalypse game.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful to have met her. She is a fantastic human being.
So, I don't know how to pronounce this person's Discord name, Twitch name rather. So, it's either Yop Loop or, as I like to think of it, of Yo Ploop. I'm going to go for Yo Ploop because I think it's quite apt at the moment. So, Yo Ploop says, I love how much you're focused on accessibility. I do as well. It's wonderful that safety is so paramount.
So I am an accessibility consultant and disabled. So it was kind of necessary.
Excellent.
One of the other reasons I wanted to push this as something happening like under our control so we could like say what goes is because there's a lot of stuff that is just automatically limiting. Like some people can't do the same things other people or could if the game was designed different or at a different venue or something like that. So I wanted to create stuff that I could play, that people like me could play, and then and out from there.
Okay, that's really good. That's really, really good. I wish a lot more people would focus on this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I do. So, because where I'm planning on doing my own LARP awards at the end of the year, I've actually been working with Mind on it.
Oh!
And another charity that I keep forgetting the name of. It's so Mind have helped me, and this other charity, who I will remember the name of at some point, want to work closely together. It's a charity that help women who are being bullied, abused, assaulted, and things like that. Because working in a court, I hear some really horrific things and know that only 4% are convicted. And to me, that is disgusting. So I want to do stuff to help it and make that number higher. So
Yeah.
I want to work with this charity and draw awareness and raise money for it. So as someone recently on a semi-perma walking stick, addressing accessibility is always good. Yes. Yes.
If you tilt the phone just slightly, my walking stick is fully visible.
Excellent. I saw at Comic-Con, this is a little bit of a tangent, the last in Birmingham, there was a woman there who was selling walking sticks that had been made into other things. So she was walking around with a sword as a walking stick.
True.
It was so cool. I'll see if I can
I've
find
been
it.
thinking about different walking stick designs for different cosplays. I want to do a candy cane one for some Christmas thing at some point, that kind of thing. I think you can make it into such a fun part of a costume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So her name is Nyx Prince, but if I show that, it will focus eventually.
Oh, yeah.
You can make out the sword, but that's a walking stick with Gertrude.
Oh yeah.
Our
Beautiful.
little dragon. So yeah, so it's really cool. There's loads of stuff out there, but yeah, accessibility is something everyone goes through, and everyone has issues, and LARPs need to be accessible to that. And if your LARP is turning around going, no, you can only come and do this if you're physically able, then you're off to a bad start, basically.
They're supposed to be escapist fantasy. Yeah. For not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, because
Some of them are ways to work through stuff happening.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think there should just be variety in games. There will always be games that are more accessible to those who are more able-bodied. And we're not saying that those shouldn't exist. We're just saying there should be more options for people who are less able.
Oh, definitely. Perfectly meowsical. I can't believe I read that. That just reminds me of when I had tinsel on my crutches. Nice. I like that. So, okay, so we've got the accessibility side of it. We've got the mental health support side of it as well, which is phenomenal. What about other things? Because I know the answers to this, but there are people who are going to watch this who don't. So, combat is a thing here in a very specific arena.
Nothing.
So, what is happening with combat?
So, combat is a entirely optional extracurricular. It will happen at designated times in designated areas with very specific rules around it.
During the daytime.
During the daytime, for one thing. And we have qualified weapons checkers. One of them is right here.
Oh.
So we'll be able to make sure that the weapons are LARP safe. They'll have to be checked prior to the event beginning. All of this, there's a whole weapons and safety and combat section in the design doc. If people want to read it in more detail, I'll have more specific things than whatever I just pull off the top of my head right now. But everything needs to be safe. Certain LARP weapons are not allowed.
Ranged weapons, necessarily.
Yes. And all of it will be supervised by our Master of Combat. It's not here currently.
He is at work. If you can't tell by context clues, that is my husband, Gareth.
Yes.
Who is
Yes, he is.
very good at combat and knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Some may say I'm better, but just saying.
Unfortunately, Gareth exists in my house, so he was bullied into it from the office.
Yeah, it's all good. So the other thing that I wanted to ask about, because this is something that concerns a question from me, is magic. How is magic going to work in this game? Because I've always been very vocal that I hate magic. I don't even play it in Baldur's Gate. I don't do magic characters in any computer games. I don't do it at all anywhere. But I'm willing to try here.
It's a conversation, I think is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
been intentionally vague in some directions about it because it will fully depend on whatever's happening in that moment. But
Okay.
it is whether it's specifically like a character's talent or some other kind of magic that's happening due to a lesson or redacted things that might happen that we can't talk about because it's plot. Um, it'll be essentially a conversation talking through it,
Excellent.
saying what you intend to do or suggesting, as long as it's clear that you are saying, this is what I would like to happen. There's an example in the design doc.
If you've watched Momo O'Brien's video on Marked, the superhero LARP, it's similar.
No.
I don't have to watch anything anymore, so I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm with you.
That's where I got, when we were discussing it, that's what I was basing it on, and
Yeah.
it seems to be the same wavelength. It's a discussion that you have, you describe what you're doing.
Yes. Yeah. It's also whatever your skill set is, you can make it work on a target if that target is not a person. You can make it just happen. But if it's someone else, it'll only work on them A if they want it to, and two only for as long as they want it to.
Fair. That sounds good.
The moment
Um,
something stops being fun, there's no point to it anymore.
no. Hi, Monty. So C-Pup's just put me in my place. The whole setting is magic. I imagine it would be impossible to avoid it. You haven't
Yeah.
seen me play. I will do my damnedest if I wanted to. But no, I'm wanting to throw myself face first into this because I think last year I was kind of falling out of love with LARP towards the end of the year, and all of that, and then I saw this, and I fell in love again, and it was absolutely sounds like an amazing game, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm looking forward to getting a character, throwing myself into it, and coming up with something stupid, and enjoying it, and hopefully making other people enjoy their game as well. So
I love stupid bits. It's one of my favorite things about LARP, just getting to be stupid for a while.
Yeah.
that's literally my entire
Without
LARP career.
real world without real world consequences.
Specifically. Love that.
So I will say that, so everyone in chat, please ask questions as well. This isn't just a me thing, asking questions here. So if you have any questions, please ask.
There were a couple earlier that I think we missed, like very early on.
All right, I will have a scroll back, or if one of my mods can scroll back and find the questions and post them for me, that would be great. So, Inkspill Dancer, will there be separate classes for Broker, Deputy Champion, or for Good and Evil, or is it kind of only by year group?
So we do have specific track classes, so it'll be put in the schedule as we have 9 lessons, I believe. Yes, overall, and then extracurriculars. There's 8 different lessons, and then the 9th is the track class. So champions will go have that, brokers will go have that, deputies will go have that,
Regardless of your year.
regardless of your year group. Yes, and then the other ones will be more split into groups.
It will be year groups.
So there will be specific classes for tracks, and for good and evil, they're extracurricular options, basically.
Yeah.
But they won't necessarily happen.
And we can't group by good and evil because it's player choice.
And it'll be
And that will screw up my scheduling.
And it may be uneven. We don't know yet.
Yeah. We may have a very biased lean towards good. We may have a very biased lean towards evil, which will skew the classes really, really uncomfortably for the teachers.
Yes. Yeah. Which is also why, if possible, it really depends on our NPC spread currently, but it's very likely that we'll have, for each track class, there'll be teachers of different alignments. So you can get a full viewpoint on this is how you could be an evil broker, this is how you could be a good one, or if you don't want to play those lines.
Yeah, that's good. What's up, Maori? Hope you're good. Ben's just said Steve isn't even playing a wizard. He's just a dude who rocked up for a PhD to the wrong school.
Great concept.
That would be
I'm not sure what's going on.
That'd be an epic NPC. That would be awesome. How much of the LARP is How much of the LARP is pre-planned plot versus what naturally arises between the characters?
We have some plot threads. We have a work in progress plot thread document.
Yeah.
But there is no big overarching plot that everyone needs to be involved with.
I've been part of a game that has had that, and I've been part of 2 different games because Bothwell tried it and Marilyn did it. Marilyn did it better, but I think they learned from the mistakes of Bothwell because when Bothwell did it, they weren't experienced LARPers and it was their 3rd event, and it felt very shoehorny. Whereas with Marilyn, because it was baked into it and it was run by experienced LARPers. So it's one of those, it can work, but we've chosen not to do that.
Yeah. It's my background, while there's a lot of LARP background for me, this is my first LARP that I'm running properly and not playing or crewing. So for me, it's coming as a GM of a lot of TTRPG games. Whatever the plot is, people will avoid it. Some people will stick to it. We'll have 1 or 2 players who will stick with it, and then people will be going the opposite direction. So if we can just give the opportunity for some people to follow the plot threads if they want to, and for everyone else to just do what they want to, everyone's happy, and it's less emotional effort for everyone to be invested in the same plot thread.
Okay. That's good. So Seapot says, my mind sees this as an ever after high, a Descendants kind of aesthetic. Am I on the right track?
My main 3 inspirations for this were The School for Good and Evil, Ever After High, and oh god, what was the other one? Sky High.
Oh, Sky High!
High.
We love Sky High.
So yes, very much so.
Excellent. Perfectly meowsical. Are we allowed to torture the teachers in a good way?
Excuse me? One of those teachers is my husband.
I'll reiterate. Can we torture the teachers in a good way?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Good.
There just may be consequences.
Yeah. Like, that's actively a mechanic. Retaliate detention mechanic. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. The entire game is opt-in. You don't have to show up and do anything you don't want to do. If you cause enough in-character trouble, you might be given the in-character consequence of detention.
You have to watch the films.
Of detention, where you may go and do a thing, and that's just going to be more active stuff to do. And the way we're looking at detention currently is there'll be 2 options, one that's more of an outdoor thing and one that's definitely accessible indoors. So people can choose. Also, even if you haven't been given detention but it sounds fun, you can just show up.
This is the first time I've seen in a school LARP that detention has been an actual mechanic rather than I'll see you on Wednesday when there's no game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's not
sucks.
much the consequence. It's fun.
Yeah, when I'm in trouble, I want to go to detention. So,
It's happened at Bothwell, and that was player driven.
yeah. Oh yeah, I have to say my question because otherwise ADHD brain will forget it and I'll go on to something else. So how about for those when it because you said lessons, there are 9 lessons.
Yeah.
God, sorry for anyone who can still hear my stomach. It is still going. What are the lessons going to be like? Because for people like me, who I'll be sat there listening for about 3, maybe 4 minutes, and then I'll be distracted by something else.
Pretty much no, just straight up lecturing. And I say this as someone who is an English lecturer, a guest lecturer. That's not something that people want to sit through.
No.
Some people might, in which case, cool.
When Gareth has done teaching previously, because he's taught at Bothwell, he says that usually the first 10 to 15 minutes is maybe a discussion about, like, here's the context of the lesson, blah, 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 and then it's go do an activity based around what we've discussed, and then there'll be, like, a little bit of a wind down.
Okay.
And having experienced his lessons as when playing a student of that lesson, I really enjoyed it.
Mm.
So what we've got a lot of it isn't set in stone yet because it'll be a discussion with the NPCs playing those teachers.
Which we haven't sorted yet.
Yes, which will be sorted later this year. We've got plans for activities, essentially. Like, I've got different activities. Some of it's written down, some of it I still haven't written down yet, which I need to do, but I will do that tomorrow. We've got different activities in mind, things to actively do, whether that's indoors or outdoors, whether it's like one of the extracurriculars or a lesson that you're actively scheduled for. It needs to be stuff that you can get involved in, not just sit and listen.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so it'll keep everyone's attention. Then, yeah, that's what you need.
One of the funnest lessons I've been a student of was a lot of it will be Bothwell because I did Bothwell so many times, and that's like in my head is my experience. It was the magical history lesson. But the teacher decided that for third years, it was going to be how to get your broomstick license. So an NPC came in with a broomstick and just like did a full demonstration. It was Holly. Holly was incredible. They were so funny. And I was laughing pretty much the entire way through. And I'm just sat there like, this is a character who would laugh. This is a character who would take this serious. Like, no, Holly, why? But again, it will depend on the teacher. What they want to bring to the lessons as well as what the lessons are, about at their core. Yeah.
So the information we can give you like just immediately right now up front is what there is in the design doc. I think we've also posted about this on Facebook briefly, but there is a very small summary for each lesson. Some of them are immediately going to be active creature handling. Yeah. Things like that. We've got, I can go through them, so that'll be helpful. Yeah. Just like list them off. There's the attack class, there's magic and talents, so that'll be active using your skill set. Home evil nomics, which
you are so proud of.
I am so proud of that. Which will essentially, some of the classes are going to be a lot more active than the others. Some of them are designed for more chill moments. This is one of the more chill ones. We've got narrative survival, which will very likely be an outdoors class.
This is the only one where we actually have a teacher because currently we've bullied Gareth into doing it.
Good.
And if you're on the Discord, you can see that he is playing Jack. Which one? All of them. They are all the same Jack.
Which Jack? Yes.
The best Jack.
The best Jack. Virtue 101 and Wickedness 101. These are good and evil, but everyone will be attending both because there are lessons you collect. Whether it's how to do it or how to avoid it.
Yeah.
Or how to best it. Creature handling, which we mentioned earlier.
Yes. History of stories, which, despite its name, won't just be sit and lecture. It's
nap time.
Nap time.
I'm going to read you a story.
Nap.
It's
I like that.
learning from the past. And then
something I think we could all.
Nap time.
We could all.
And then disguise and dramatics,
which will be a little bit more active as well.
A little bit more active, but also kind of more
chill, but
some of them are fun, like funny than others. That's what I was looking for.
Funny. Like home evil nomics.
Yeah, some more humorous than other ones.
Okay.
And then we have like the extracurricular options of combat and dueling, which will be the optional combat, and puzzles and riddles, which will be indoors, very likely seated, little escape room type deal.
Cool. That sounds good. Just to say hi to Esme, because I've just seen that she's popped into chat. I haven't spoken to Esme in ages. She says, please, Steve, you'd go see detention to make more trouble to somehow get detention premium plus. This is also true.
You're going to super.
Huh?
You're going to super detention.
Super detention. Is super detention going to be where like all the game runners just sit me down and go, Steve, what the fuck?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm there for that.
Horse intervention.
So Fishmonger has just said we were just 3 people having a meeting, talking characters, and for the physical magic like Briar growth, would we be allowed to bring physical props?
Not allowed, but it highly depends on. This is what we did ask briefly in like prior to casting, just in case people have ideas they might want props to bring. But we'll ask again closer to the game when people have more concrete ideas.
Yeah.
Just so we can make sure they're safe to have on site.
Yeah.
Basically,
The general rule of thumb is if you can walk through a doorway, just a standard doorway in the UK, with your prop and or costume, probably going to be okay.
Cool. That's good.
otherwise you'll have to rely on theatre of the mind and what we can provide.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much opportunity will be there? So I can read, I promise. How much opportunity will there be for background characters like parents to show up at the school?
Spoilers.
Okay, cool. Full Moon says no capes.
No capes.
Detention. I can fully see some players actively wanting to go to detention. I've seen.
Of detention in the design doc. A lot of this is just me going, read the design doc. There's a lot in there.
Yeah, but people don't want to read the design. They want to come and watch this and ask you all the questions so you can explain the design work. Yeah. That's literally what this is for people who, because what I've discovered at Empire is people don't want to read loads of stuff. So this is why I've made a few videos like the 5-Minute Nation videos and stuff like that, which I think Gina voiced like every single one of them, or might as well have done. So it's
I will happily talk about it here, but if you want all the information that we can give you, everything concrete is in the design document, and that's freely available.
That's good. That's good. I've seen public service as a result of being arrested in game before. Detention sounds similar. Fishmonger says, I have several characters which would absolutely deserve detention. Looking at you, Ginger and Winter. I can't read that. It's all purple. Purple Murex. Oh, dang. I'm going to have to pick a character who actually wants to make notes and post attention and pay attention to lectures. Excuse me.
Thank you.
The hardest thing is playing a character who's not interested when you're like actively interested, because you want the person who's made the lessons to feel like they've done a good job.
I can't play dogs.
I think that's going to be the tough thing, because everybody will want to be there and show all the attention and make the game amazing, but you're going to get to a point where I suppose like a bit of people will burn out a little bit. They'll crash or something like that and just need to walk away.
Yeah, there will be no skipping classes unless you want to put yourself in detention. That's fine.
Yeah.
I might just live in detention to make it easier. Yeah. So first detention, I'm just going to turn up and say hi. Will there be a base costume uniform base? If there is, the mandatory uniform baseline might make looks more cohesive while also lessening the pressure for costumes on people. Also gives a chance for creativity within the base. That's an interesting question.
It's in like I do understand like having a base like gives people somewhere to start with, but there are some potential ideas for inspiration in the little FAQ section at the end of the design doc. It's the last couple pages. So a couple like potential ideas for like urban fantasy costume ideas, but you can wear anything as long as it's not highly inappropriate. Just
sorry, I wore lingerie as a character for a magic school LARP because she wasn't going to wear a uniform.
As long as it's not something that would get you arrested, you're okay.
No arseless chaps in.
T-shirt and jeans, totally fine.
Okay.
Just as
lingerie with the important bits covered, also fine.
Also fine. Yeah.
I don't think anyone is going to wear t-shirt and jeans.
Listen, if I did it, I can't say that people can't do it.
Essentially, so yes, we understand that like having a base can inspire people, but we don't want anyone to be constrained to that.
And if they want to just go more school uniform, that's also fine.
Hmm.
The only like base we might ask people to bring is just crew stuff.
Yeah.
Basic black and white clothing that we can then build on top of.
Yeah. Will we have badges or something to identify year groups?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh. Gonna get a badge. Will my
I
badge
can't
just
say
say
anything.
detention?
A lot of what we could say is either spoilers or we're still deciding between a couple things.
Yes, we've
No,
not got to
that's all
decide.
good. I think saying spoilers and stuff like that just makes people more excited because they know they're touching on things that are going to happen in the game, and it makes people more excited for it. So really, don't worry about it. I have so many questions, but will people's characters influence the LARP in more ways than just player characterization?
Quite probably.
It's LARP.
Spoilers!
There's already been a couple things suggested in like casting forms and discussions in the server that we've just kind of gone, okay, we'll take that. Let's put that over here for now.
Just screenshot.
Yeah.
We're not saying what because we might use it.
So covered the parents one. Monsieur, keep missing you in the streams, and since I've wanted to drop Empire, I've not seen you. Now I know. Need me some Steve hugs. Everyone needs Steve hugs. I'm a really good hugger. I actually got pulled up at work today because a barrister hugged me. It's just the person I am. I actively encourage hugs. Well, and in the middle of a Crown Court, probably shouldn't, but it did. So
It's just like there are worse things.
oh yeah, definitely,
Oh, hug.
definitely. Doesn't always stay in people's heads if they have to read it. That is true. That is true.
I have time after March because like April is probably my most free month currently, April, May, and then I'm just incredibly busy for the rest of the year. I am hoping to start putting together an audio version of the design doc, but it fully depends on time.
I did an audio version for the Buffalo design doc.
If only you knew a voice actress. It's just so weird. I mean,
Voice acting as well. Oh my god.
I'm happy to throw a video like the Empire ones together, do something like that, and then I'll throw it at Gina.
So
it gives me something to do.
That because that's also making it a lot more accessible for people who prefer to listen rather than read, or vice versa, to having the physical version of the design doc.
So I also read and forget because I read lots of docs for both LARPs and roleplays in general. Yeah, this is true. Esme's got a good point. I like lore. I love lore. I don't like reading for 5.5 hours looking at you, Empire, to see which of that text might be relevant to me.
This is why
she's not wrong. She's not wrong, but any fest I've found now has just too much text. Too much text.
I love the lore. There's so much. Yeah.
So, oh, I missed that question. Where did that question come from? Oh, Esme said, I sense a Parents' Day. A Parents' Evening in the future. That would be really cool. Make notes. Nope. Spoilers. Let's move on. A bit awkward for some characters. Death, Rumpelstiltskin, the literal rainbow. This is very true. That if Death can be anywhere at any point on any day, they can damn well show up for Parents' Day. This is my dad, Satan. I like that.
Hopes and dreams of the students.
That's
Just like, no, they can find out things. We only have so many NPCs.
Yo Ploop is going to wear t-shirt and jeans now.
Oh yeah, go for it.
A lot of people did this so well at Occult 1990, as well as wearing their prom outfits. That's cool. Sorry, my parents couldn't come to Parents' Day. Turns out your dad is Zeus. He has got a lot of parents' evenings to go to. I like that.
True.
The accessories can make or break an outfit. I'm liking the outfit discussions because I'm also awful at coming up with it. My mother is a puddle spewing swords teacher. She also happens to have founded the school kid. Not relevant.
She also hasn't grown up since she founded the school. She did that and then left. I'm done now. Goodbye.
I
made
can't
a
remember.
school.
So this will be something for me. So Monty loves voice acting. So there we go. We've got potential voice actors there. So I've got a lot of people to pick from, which is good. So this will be good for me then. So this game is set in sort of like in an adjacent place with magic around it, stopping normal people walking into it. I'm guessing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
when people
into D&D, but you know how there's the material plane and then there's a lot of different ones around it,
yeah,
and you can get portals into another. Hence, a couple people coming from the mortal realm in the roofs. It's that essentially.
Look, if your mum is a puddle, a drought is a very reasonable reason to miss Parents' Day. Oh, that's good. Esme, I've missed you. That's tickled me. So, I can't remember off the top of my head. Is the Lady of... I'm assuming they're talking about Lady of the Lake, throwing swords. And how are you going to be with modern culture references if someone refers to the puddle as a watery bint hurling scimitars?
Watery tarts distributing swords to no basis from government, or however the quote goes.
Exactly. Is that sort of stuff going to be allowed?
Highly encouraged, especially if you can put some sort of fantasy spin on it to make it a little bit more. Like, I've got a lot of ideas for fantasy coffee chain brands and things like that. I've been keeping notes of silly little things because we've got a lot of prop ideas and things like that. So there's only so much I can say without going into spoilers. But that kind of thing is encouraged, especially if you can put that little fairy tale twist on it.
Good. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you as I have to brutally murder several beings in Baldur's Gate 3 with friends. Excellent.
Real.
It was good briefly seeing you. Love. Say hi to the dog as well. And Digby if he's there. But don't go out your way.
For a D&D game that I ran, one of the characters was in a band called Blink Dog 182. So that's the vibe that I've been thinking of for this kind of thing.
That's
Where
good.
it's a little bit of modern, a little bit of comedy.
So
I was very proud.
So putting tangents on modern day stuff is good for it. Make it fit the world. Monty says, "Is the game set in today?"
Yeah, it's essentially an alternate universe thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Modern.
One of the characters is complaining about bad internet on the moon. Yeah, I remembered that. That made me chuckle. That did. I like that a lot.
And there's things for the Snow White runs a makeup brand, and the Charmings have a reality TV show, Kardashian style, that kind of thing. That's all
Chasing the stars, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that one.
I can't imagine anyone watching the Kardashians. Yeah. That's actually made me feel worse. Oh dear.
Especially someone from the mortal realm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So Monty
We don't have
Python
a-
could have been watched by someone. Yes, Monty.
A couple of people are coming direct from Mortal Realm. I think there's at least 3 proofs, if not 4.
The 2 Grims.
And Darling. And then
Those are the 3 that
yes, and then the rest kind of walkers. Yeah.
I like Fishmonger. I'm looking forward to meeting Fishmonger. They're going to make me laugh a lot, I feel. Camelot. It's only a model. That's brilliant. Oh, CPAP. Could you say what the most popular character was?
We
We're
haven't
still
had-
gathering data.
Yeah, we haven't had everyone's form in yet, so we can't do that until we're done. And
What's
then
the-
there may be a bra pocket.
What's the most popular one so far? Then
I think Terminus.
Yeah, I think Terminus. You could check right now.
excellent.
Is
Half of my characters are
Excellent.
comedy or storyteller characters. Excellent. I like this. This is good. Sorry, long question. Any thoughts on dealing with with FOMO, with lots happening concurrently? It's my first LARP related to that. Are there thoughts on how the events will be recorded? Are phones allowed in character?
Yes, for multiple reasons. Phones are not only allowed, they are encouraged. All we ask is that you keep it on silent.
Yes.
There is a section about this in the design doc if you do have the time to go and read it at any point. But essentially, we encourage you to have money for accessibility reasons. You'll have, if you have that, if something goes wrong, you immediately have access to your phone. You may need to communicate through your phone. We also will have an in-character Discord server launching on the day of the game, and we'll put like any announcements that anyone may have missed will be put on there as well, so you can check that and remain up to date. If you want to take, if you want to take selfies, as long as you've made sure that everyone in the area is okay with that, otherwise, move and do it somewhere else. Totally encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
The event will be like, we have photographers lined up now.
Yeah.
So like proper photos will be taken. You won't have to rely on selfies you've taken.
Oh my god.
Yes, so funny. They did a good job.
They did.
So, Fishmonger said, if I get Terminus, I'll have to learn to speak in all caps with no quotation marks. Will be a challenge. Do you have to make it sound like gravel being pulled down a path, or concrete being dragged over rocks and things like that as well? Don't forget.
I love a Terry Pratchett reference.
Yes, that's what I was going for. But weirdly, because I was interested in Terminus.
Yes, it's interesting.
24 people who have submitted, and we have listed it, and we've not had everyone. We've had 55.
Yeah, we're about 2/3-ish.
So how many people
Yeah,
have gone for Terminus?
24 have listed it out of 55.
Right, I will fight you all. But I liked my concept for Terminus, but as I've said in the emails, I'm happy with what we've discussed. I love Peter Stormare in Constantine. That was my idea for Death. Literally a white suit, all that sort of stuff, bare feet. I think that would be amazing. I think it'd be great.
Reasons. Please do not go around barefoot.
Okay, I'll wear my flip-flops.
I also then you expect feet as well.
I'm gonna have to go and invest in some white Crocs if I get Terminus. And I hate Crocs. I really hate Crocs.
To the bit, alright, I'll allow it.
So, Purple Murex, a pirate crew group chat. Let's go. I wonder if Terminus will be played like the Dark Urge, or if it will be played as an innocent little baby chick. That's interesting.
I need to see a Dark Urge playthrough.
I may not have played Baldur's Gate 3, but I do have an exquisite access to it.
So I'm currently doing a Dark Urge playthrough. It's tough going, but I have killed a squirrel, which was hilarious. I think that's one of the most common clips. You can punt, the squirrel tells you off for going near its tree, and you have an option to punt it, and you smash it against a rock. It's great. That 25 for Terminus. I just haven't had the time around work. Can you repeat? Can you release who your photographers are? So one's in chat. Ben, Agent B. Smith.
So Ben is one of our photographers. We love Ben. There's a reason I picked him for my wedding photography. He just is everywhere.
Yeah,
All the
Yeah.
time.
It's because he takes
Yeah.
like 4 million photos.
Something, yeah, he does.
we knew we
I
wanted.
don't know how he does it. It's exhausting.
Like I had to go through. Like I bless him. God bless him. He already did a first pass through my wedding photos, and then I had to go through them, and it took me so long.
We knew we wanted him before we released sign-ups.
Yeah.
My friend wanted to play Discworld Death, Scimitar from what they said. Our photographers... Okay, that was a play on the spelling mistake. So our photographer's microwavable for reheat options. But yeah, there's a mistake saying release.
Then we have
Hannah.
Mm.
So Hannah is new to LARP
yes.
because we love being enablers.
Yep.
But she's also my brother's fiance.
Did I? I missed 2 comments about Discord. Oh yeah, we also thought about using Discord for things like Whispers in the Wind, Feline Favour and Rodent Favour to create rumours and the like. That's cool. So
We had 21 people for brief. Haha, 6-9. So mad at that.
Which character?
I don't know. I've just listed them as numbers because it was gonna screw with how I had it written. But I'm really. How am I not surprised at number 69?
Everyone's on 69, I suppose.
It's the other photographer.
Oh, 69. Oh.
Try and get back into it. You find out which slides. Yeah, Hannah's new to the scene. Her style is very cinematic. The photos that she did for my wedding, getting ready, they're so beautiful. And she likes doing dynamic shots as well.
Mhm.
So she's excited. She is really excited to be part
And
of this.
we've got a nice variety of the two of them.
Yeah, because they're like 2 different styles, but I think they're complementary.
Yes, absolutely. 69 is Eye Tempest, which makes a lot of sense because a lot of people have been like blood magic. We just politely remind you that fake blood is not allowed at the venue, and nothing that can stain is allowed at the venue.
And glitter is
And glitter is not allowed at the venue.
Oh,
Confetti.
thank God for that.
Anything that takes time to clean up is not allowed.
No, I've got a hate relationship with glitter. So 69 is Tempest.
It's not glitter though. It's just eyeshadow.
It's glittery eyeshadow.
No, it's not actual glitter. I would be having autism texture meltdown.
So yes, glittery eyeshadow, fine.
Glitter eyeshadow, fine. Actual loose glitter, no.
I'm very disappointed in CPUP because they just said at least it's not 6'7". Would I be cool to take in character Polaroids with people if they agree to them? I'm really committing to physical photos, especially if I can get them signed IC.
Oh, that's so fun! Yeah, as long as you get the consent of the people you are taking photos of, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've encouraged.
I've had Polaroids taken of me in character and I love it.
It's so nice.
Fangirl character. Is there a fridge available for players to use?
I don't believe so, although
There might be
may
one
be-
in the Darwin Common Room.
Yes, which I believe is free space.
That
but,
might be free space.
but if people need just some medicine or anything like that, we can totally make that available.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you have any questions about this, ask me.
Yes.
Like, please ask me.
Pharmacy professional. Day to day.
What's the situation with food, catering, bringing food, also alcohol?
The event is fully catered. It's part of your ticket price. All your dietary requirements will be taken into consideration as long as you've given us that information, because we need that information.
We are being catered for by Kirstine. I've had her food before. It's very, very good.
Sauceless?
Sauceless.
Yes.
Yeah. SAUCE.
Yes.
Sauce.
Um, and you can bring your own alcohol, but please drink in moderation. At least don't get drunk enough to disrupt yourself or other people or
No.
cause problems. We will also be serving alcohol, and we will be licensed to do so.
It will be an in-character paid bar, so
Yes.
please bring
Yeah,
money. We are
yes.
looking into getting a card machine.
Yes, it will be pound sterling if we can't get a card
Okay.
machine.
Yeah.
Could we
And-
find out the menu in advance?
On the subject of alcohol, please bring your ID. We will not be able to serve you if you don't have valid ID.
And if we
Okay.
get audited, we may lose our ability to further do in-character bars.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. Is there a nut ban? I'm hoping so. It's a
Yes.
very serious allergy. Even scent can trigger it.
Venue does not allow nuts on site, and that's also just something we have banned from our events.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to call it there because reasons, which I'm not going to go into. I will publish this and put it out onto YouTube so people can watch it again.
Real ID.
Yes, please, God.
Yes, real ID. Yeah, Jesus, my God. But thank you both for coming on and chatting. This has been
Thank you,
really,
guys.
really good. I apologise for not being 100%.
It's alright, it's fine.
But
If there are other questions that people do still want to ask, we have an FAQ chat.
Yeah.
On the Discord.
Yep, exactly.
And I'm going to just go into our Discord server and just hang around in there for a bit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can hop into the call.
Yeah.
And just vibe in there if people have more questions they want to ask.
Perfect.
And
Well,
join
thank
the Discord